Steven brought over his cousin's car because they got a major pulsation in the brake pedal when they hit the brake pedal. So it's a 2005, what is this, the Equinox?
Chevy Equinox.
Chevy Equinox. Any rate, we're going to pull the.
Don't think it's gonna work.
That's why I use I started the air compressor. You're going to need more than that.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, well, did you get a jack stand underneath it? No, because all my jack stands are standing right there. All right, dude, what's going on here? You know the procedure.
I know the procedure.
Get a jack stand underneath it because you're going to be pulling that wheel off, and going to be underneath it to try to find out what's the jack stand. Why don't you put a jack stand on the subframe in the back? Actually, on the. That way it's out of the way. Need to go up one more?
Yeah, probably.
Figured you did. Dang. We jacking the whole car up?
Almost. There we go.
Got her?
Got her.
Alright. Now do you want to go over the other side and jack it up before you take that wheel off?
Nah. I'll do what's happening.
Well, have you put it in neutral and spun it and see if it's actually the one that's causing the trouble?
No, I was just gonna pull it off.
Well, I mean,
I was gonna see if the rotor was cracked.
well, that's well and good, but why don't we see if we it's stiff because you're
Now I've seen if it low control.
well, I'm looking at the tire to make sure it's not got a.
Well, here, I'll do that socket.
What are you talking about?
This. I was gonna do this so I can
Spin it. Got a little bit, but not. That's not what's causing your problem. So, and to be honest with you, I don't feel that. I don't feel that brake dragging either. So,
yeah.
you sure you don't want to go ahead and jack the other side off before you go into this too much further? You know you're wearing all this.
I know there's a creeper and all that. I know.
Okay. Well, it's your
My
cousin's car, so you know.
I'll make sure everything's on. It's on the subframe, so it shouldn't go anywhere.
Well, if you don't have it in the right place, it'll just push the hole through the floor.
Oh no, it's on the subframe. It's
Okay, all right. It's on. If it's on something solid, I'm good. You good? I'm good. You good? All right, folks. We'll bring you back. Say hi, Stephen.
Hello.
All right, we'll bring you back when we got a little bit more. We're going to do some research here. Thanks for watching. Well, folks, we're back, but we're trying to this caliper on the passenger side. We're trying to you know, we loosened up the brake cap. But this caliper, see those pins right there that he's pointing at there, are supposed to slide. And right now, if you look, see how far out that piston is sticking on the inside? Although the pads look like they're pretty good, it's dragging even. Well, not so much now. I guess we did get it moved a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But we're not, the pulsation doesn't seem to be coming from the rotors. It might be, but while you're there, check the inner and outer tie rod end on there.
No, they're solid.
All right, now take that and lift up on the rotor.
Lift up on it?
Well, not there. Well, you can do it there. I guess you need leverage is what you need.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
I want to see if the...
No.
No bearing play?
No bearing play.
We still need to compress that.
Mm-hmm. I know.
These hoses, that rubber hose right there, on these products are sometimes prone to collapsing on the inside, and they'll act as a one-way check valve. So when you apply the brakes, they'll apply because the pressure is so great going out, but to release they are very slow to release or don't want to release at all. Now in this particular case, I don't think that's the problem because they do release. You can still turn them, but it's just a lot of drag. So I'm thinking more these slides right here are not allowing this caliper to slide and move properly. But first we got to get this shoe release. See if you can take that, either a pry bar or that screw. Probably be better with a pry bar.
Mm-hmm.
Get into that pad.
Yep.
And yeah, just push back like you're doing. Let me grab you a
longer pry bar.
Well, I'll grab you a couple so you can get both sides probably. Okay.
Yep.
And there's a couple pry bars, one on either side, and working back and forth to try to get that. Well, I'd put them both in there and then working back and forth. No, not down. Yeah, down, going down.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Is go on the rotor itself.
Well, you're going on the pad. So. Like that. Now just work back and forth. Just work back and forth, not at the same time. Just go back and forth. Dude, you're not moving that.
Not at all.
Well, what is it, 15 millimeter, 13 and 17? Can't tell. Maybe 13. Maybe your wrench. Here's a 13. I believe that's what those are.
Oh, bigger.
Well, maybe they're 15s. Oh man, they could be 14s, but...
Oh, it is GM. It could be a 14.
Now, when you put it on this way out.
Like this?
So you got leverage. Yeah, like that.
14.
This too big?
Yeah.
Leave it to Generous Motors. And I am a Generous Motors fan, so... Not gonna loose easy enough.
Huh? There's no anti-seize on them.
That's just the bolt. The pin is on this side.
Yeah, I know.
That bolt goes into the pin. So on either side of you have to take both of them loose, and then we're going to try to get them pins up out of there. Well, it looks like we're going to get that one out easy enough. Just start it. Yep. Learning. You missed.
Yeah, by a lot. Story of my life.
Shouldn't take much to get her loose. I just swept the floor, now all the leaves are blowing in.
Yeah.
Is there some place you can lay the, or do you need to hang
I need
it?
a strap.
Need something to hang it with.
Yep.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me, oh, there they are.
Oh no, I can lay it right here. Never mind.
Well, I would wrap it and strap it just to.
Those pins are moving fine. I mean,
That one is. Okay. Oh, really?
they're moving just fine.
Okay.
We're gonna put you. There we go.
Loop it in there for security. We need to try to push them pistons back.
Yeah.
Are they plastic pistons or are those?
Those are metal. Yeah, they're metal.
Sure look like plastic to me.
Ain't nothing flaking off of them.
All right. Hang that up out of the way a minute. Pop this shoe back just a little bit. You don't want it off, just
Yeah,
pop
I
it
know.
back a little bit to where it's not dragging. Now spin that. You got it in park, don't you?
No, it's in neutral. Squirrel.
The squirrel.
Yeah, no, it's in neutral.
All right, folks, we'll bring you back when we get a little further along. I almost thought it's something's dragging, something's causing it to drag. I mean, we may push the pistons back. We'll bring you back here shortly. Well, folks, we're back. I'm having him pull the slider pins out. Well, we'll put some grease in it. That one's not bad. Just stick it barely in there where it's just sitting in there. He's got to take the rubber boot loose and pop it off of and then pull the whole thing out. That and
A little dry.
a little dry, but it's still got lube in it. Yeah, just barely stick it in there, and I'll do the other side. We checked I don't have it measured around the rotors, and neither one of them had an extreme amount of warpage to the rotor, so I don't think that's causing that one's well lubed and sliding in and out pretty good. Now this other one is the one that you were,
I was concerned about.
because it didn't, kind of wants to stick. Yeah, the sleeve is starting to come out of that one. It's got lube in it, but well, just to barely stick it back in there. Before we stick it back together, we will definitely. Well, the next thing is get a bar in my C-clamp and try to push them pistons back, and you know, make sure they go back without too much trouble. I'm not seeing what's causing your pulsation problem here. Well, folks, we compressed the pistons and really didn't notice any too much trouble with that. So right now we're taking some caliper grease and smearing it on the pins here, the slider pins, just a little bit, because it goes into that.
Come on, there we go.
And a little more than that. There you go. Then spin it, work it around. So you can see he's moving it in and out, and then you got to push it back so that the inner boot goes on to the.
Already did.
That's what I said. Sometimes if you go quick, it'll pop it on there. Now this is the one you'll probably want to put a little bit more on. Don't worry about that sleeve, it's down in a groove there. But make sure you get some lube on it. Spin her around, work her around, and I think it was just an air bubble on there.
Yeah.
You sure it's still on?
No, the boot came off. That time. Now it's back on there.
Alright, make sure it's all the way around. Here, let me grab your flashlight so you can see.
Yeah, it's all the way around it.
It's on all the way around.
All the way around.
Top one is on all the way around.
Yep.
Alright, pistons move in and out, or the
Yep.
pins move in and out. Pretty well. You popped that off again.
Oh, it went back on.
Yeah, well, alright. They would look like they're working good. Alright.
Back side.
and turn the key on. Hop up. You want to take the camera here? And
Yep. Move the seat if you have to.
American GM. Diagnostics. I'm going to try automatic selection. Okay. I don't know if it has traction control or not.
I can tell you.
Well, if it has traction control, I'll have a switch where you can disable it now. Which I don't see one.
Mm-hmm.
4-door cab utility, engine type 4.3.4, Equinox, we know that. Okay, that looks right. We want anti-lock brake system. Display diagnostic codes, DT information. This not have ABS?
I don't know.
It has to have ABS. The reason I say it has to have ABS
I do not see an ABS light.
I don't see an ABS light. No, but it has to have it.
Here, I'll check the master cylinder and see if there's a ABS module on it here in a minute.
The line, yeah, it'll go to the lines to.
An ABS mod like my truck has.
Let's try rereading it. This time we'll try it with traction control and see if it no freeze frame. Okay. Well, I'm not going to clear them because they ain't affecting anything in their history. All right. Before we go any further, let's pop the hood and battery's getting down in it. Find out why we're not communicating with the ABS. This is the engine control module. This see the brake line runs
Down. I actually do not see an ABS module on this thing.
well, it's probably where you can't see it. But you got if you follow these brake lines down, they should go to a
Like a little proportioning lock.
right, which actually may be under the vehicle.
Oh, down there. I see it. If you look right through here, you can see the proportioning block.
Hey, my flashlight. Because in America, everything from about
2000.
2000 and up has to have ABS, I think, by federal regulations.
Right here.
Well, that's a proportioning valve. I see that. Well, pop this off. Find the one that says ABS.
ABS.
ABS, 40 amp. It's in there.
From here, that guy right
Forward
there.
there. So it's got
ABS on it.
It's got ABS on it. And then one of these relays should be ABS too. Or brake. May just say brake.
I see. Engine main, fuel pump, basic clutch, starter relay. Rear fog, wipers, fog, horn, coolant fan, power windows, coolant fan. Fuel pump. That's it. None of these relays are ABS. But there is another fuse that's ABS as well.
What's that one? Should be a 10 amp.
It's actually 20 amp. If we go from here, there's that. ABS is going to be that guy.
Yep. Just glancing, I don't see any blown fuses, but you can't really see that one, but it takes quite a bit to blow a ABS. 40 amp anyway. All right. Okay, so is that okay? So the ABS module, or whatever they call it, because it goes from the master cylinder, goes down to the block there, which I don't know if you can see that, but that block down there is the proportioning valve. So it must have,
Right.
the proportioning valve's down there, and it goes from the master cylinder to the proportioning valve. So it must go to the ABS module after the proportioning valve, which is kind of strange in an aspect that means it's basically functioning on the rear only. So it basically, because you can, well, you can't see, but the lines off the front proportioning valve look like they go forward for the
Yeah.
for the front brakes. They would. Alright, that's fine. It must be I don't understand why I can't communicate with the ABS module. But that's not, I don't think that's causing the issue we've got, or the pulsation. So we need to get this thing jacked up. Go ahead and shut key off, unplug my tester. There was some engine codes, but nothing active at the moment. Stephen got the back up and in the air, and before you take all them loose, but I'm gonna,
Ready?
let me get in the picture frame. Hi there, folks. Okay. I'm gonna have him, this is left rear. I'm gonna let him spin it, and you listen. It hits a spot where it kills
stopped.
it. The other, let him spin this side. See how it just freewheels? So, he's going to take that all apart. I'm not we'll have to see how the drum's mounted. Some of these drums you have to take a bolt.
Your daughter.
And yeah, I don't know. Well, that's a Suzuki, so we can, if he gets the wheel out of the way, we'll take a look at that take a look at that
hub and drum.
Well, yeah, hub and drum. Well, before you take that loose, why don't you take that wheel and see if you can shake it? Like, nope.
No, it's solid.
Pretty solid. There be the drum. Oh wow, you might actually be able to get that off.
Mm-hmm.
Now before you take it loose, let's turn that drum around and look for a crack. Well, there is one dark spot in the drum.
And right here. Another dark spot right here. I do not see a crack. Doesn't mean there's not one in the inside.
Get it to where it's the loosest. There you go. Now work her back and forth. There you go. You should have marked that drum.
Okay, give me a paint marker.
Well, actually, it's out around, so I don't know that that's going to make a difference.
And we can mark it just be on the safe side, but
Well, that way we know that we can move it.
mm-hmm.
So you might be able to move it and not do that anymore. Well, oh, there it is. I had a hold of it and didn't know it. There's a paint marker. No, mark the stud.
Mark the stud?
Yeah, it's the stud that you got to worry about, because it forms to that hub. So mark the drum and the stud. There you go. Because that's where it forms the pattern, not to the backing plate. All right. The shoes are pretty good thick. Spin that again. Don't really sound, it doesn't sound bad.
It doesn't feel bad either.
All right.
And there's no
All
play in
right.
it.
Grab that drum. Turn it upwards toward me. Wrong side. All right. Huh. A little life left in that drum.
Mm-hmm. I don't see any crack in the inner walls.
I don't see any.
I don't see any wear in it.
No, I'm feeling for high spots. Hard spots would be raised.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even see any check.
Mm-mm.
Well, huh.
I mean, there's a lot of brake dust, but that's normal.
Did she have somebody do the brakes on this?
I think her husband did.
Really?
Yeah, why? I don't know. I'd have to call her and see if she's ever had a brake job done on this thing.
Well, normally the shorter shoe goes to the front.
Yeah, I know. I've done these before, remember? We done shorties. Your daughters.
Well, because it's a applied shoe. But that wouldn't cause the drum to be out of it. You see what I'm getting at?
Right.
That you can see here.
A little rough right there. But
There's not anything stuck down in there.
I don't see it. I don't see anything. Don't feel a high spot on this either. And the shoes still feel smooth.
Yeah. Actually, both those shoes look like they're the same. When I was looking at it at an angle, it looked like
This one was shorter.
yeah, but they look the same. Is there a lot of buildup on that hub where that drum mounts up? They could be caulking it. No, I'm flat surface.
Oh, here. No, pretty smooth.
Well, we're gonna have to measure the drum, but this being a 2005, that comes apart pretty easily. So before we go any further, go ahead and take the other side down. Again, mark the hub and the wheel, and what we might end up doing is well, what we're more than likely going to have to do is
the bare minimum. Just a
well,
shoe.
just shoes.
No spring kit. No new drum.
Right. Mark stud and drum.
You know what?
Now I'm going to explain something to you.
What's up?
Whenever you're marking a drum and a stud, mark it high on the drum. Because if you ever turn a drum or a rotor, the person who does it should be cleaning this side and the other side of the drum to make it flat, so all this rust buildup doesn't cause it to wobble in the machine. Don't always see them do that, but they should. Now, it's loose, but we're all turned upside down, drop the dust out of it. Now turn it up here to where I can see run your finger around there and feel if he's feeling any raised spots. It looks good all the way around.
Feels fine.
Don't see any cracks.
Nope, didn't see any cracks in it.
The best way to look for a crack is on this side, the poly side, because it'll show up better there.
Yeah, I don't see a crack in it.
Okay. Don't see any wheel cylinder leakage. Well, mark the drums right and left.
You just put the marker up.
Yeah, I did. This is the left.
Here.
And right. And then mark this drum back where you marked it with the orange. Mark it up into the drum area.
Right.
Well, folks, we're back. We spoke with the owner of the vehicle, and she can't really afford to do anything with either turning the drum or getting new drums. Now push it back against the right there against the hub. Go completely around.
I don't feel any dragging.
I don't hear any dragging. What we did to help was we cleaned the hub inside and out and put some clear lacquer, because that's all I had in the house. But if you'll notice, relocated, this is where this stud was before. We turned it as close to 180 as we could to see if that would help in the dragging. And he was just holding it, and we don't feel any drag now. So that may actually helped. And all we can do is find out.
Yep.
Like I said, right now she just can't afford to do anything with it.
She lives on fixed income, so.
Well, I know. I know about being on fixed income. But anyway, so we might have helped it. That didn't by any means fix it.
No.
But another curious thing, we started looking at an ABS sensor in the wheel, and there is no ABS sensor in that wheel that we can find. So that's something wrong with that stud or that nut. Try another. Here, take this wire brush and clean them up. You shouldn't have to use that much. Good one. Does it go on all the studs just fine?
Yeah, that's what I'm checking.
Because that's going to affect the torque.
Yeah.
That one's a good one. Those. No.
Yeah, those are catching.
All right, grab the other ones that. Try that one. That one. It's not bad.
No,
Usable.
catches right there.
Yeah, usable.
That's different entirely.
That one's really loose. But it screws it. Here, take clean the studs. Alright. Well, I don't know if I've got the right ones or not. Here's a brand new nut. Put that on all of them. So that's like
That's that one.
All right, just try it on all of them. Alright, those are Dorman 12 by 1.5. There's ones that are cross-threaded I don't like.
Alright. That's these guys here.
Can't remember what I bought these for, but apparently I'm not using them. Alright, well that gets rid of the two bad ones that we know are bad.
Yeah, these two.
So I got two more for the other side if we absolutely need to use them. They just go on so hard, those ones go on so hard that you're going to push it all the way on the hood. Now push on the top. There you go. Now put them, yeah. Here's the other two that were supposedly good.
Should have been 3. Yeah.
Yeah. At any rate, I know I'm blocking you out, folks. We're going to use 2 new ones
And 3 old ones.
and 3 of the old ones that'll actually screw on. Because in all reality, it should turn on by hand. Snugged up, we'll spin it and see if we have the same problem with it catching as we did with the other one. Well, you can probably hear it, folks. It still drags. Not quite as bad as before, but it does still drag. So she's probably still going to have a pulse in the wheel. You need to put the drum on. You got to put the drum on first.
I help, huh?
Well, I mean, it's not my vehicle. Your cousin might get a little upset with you.
Yeah, well, I don't live with her.
All right, whatever. Now, this in here you want to line up with the stud.
Yeah.
Because there was no problem on this side.
Yeah, right there. Oh, we're good.
Yep. Now these adjust, they're a self-adjusting brake like most, and they adjust themselves when you back up and hit the brakes and then pull back forward. It turns a little wheel inside the drum to snug it up. See, all of them turn on real easy. All right. Back together. Well, it's the lug nuts are not torqued, but it's back together. Well, I mean, this one catches a little bit too, but not terrible. I wouldn't think that would cause a pulse, but then again, these lightweight vehicles, it don't take much. This in here, as best we can measure, is about 8 thousandths out around. At least 8 thousandths. I think it's actually closer to 10, which on older vehicles it took normally 12 to 15 to notice a pulse or from the drum. But these new lightweight vehicles, it may take a lot less. So we'll bring you back here in a little bit. Well, daggone it, for some reason the battery powered down on my GoPro. But like I said before, she just can't afford to get it repaired at this time. She is not gonna create or choose or make any really difference at the moment. She's still gonna have pulse in the pedal. It doesn't seem to be enough to actually lock it up, but it does pulse the pedal. So at this point in time, we're gonna pull these out and get the tractors back in, sweep up a little bit. Say bye, Steven.
Later.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Oh, by the way, problem with having a long beard, it gets caught in a zipper. Hurts like the dickens.
Yeah, we both know that.
And it didn't just catch one or two hairs. It caught quite a bit there, folks. Yep, I knew I did it. Shame I didn't have the camera around. Well, anyway. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe.